Alright, this is Mr. Frank. We are going to create a few things in Autodesk Inventor. Some of you guys may know how to use this, others this might be the first introduction and tutorial. Regardless, we'll help each other out and get this done. First thing, how do you open it? Start menu, all programs, find Autodesk, click on it, find Autodesk Inventor 2018. Click on it. Autodesk Inventor Professional 2018. Guess what? You click on it. And you should get something similar to this page. I've got a lot of stuff open already, but it should look like that. Now, if you are new to this, we've got to go up to New. If we want to create a part file, we got to go to standard.ipd, create it. You can also double click it. Whenever we start a part file, we have to do a 2D sketch, and we are going to click on the XY plane. Again, if I am going too fast for you, you can pause this video and rewind it at any point in time. The magic of technology. Wow, it's so magical. There we go, clicked on it. Now this is my drawing. I've got some things up here I can use. We're going to use line tool a lot. We're going to use dimension a lot. So, first thing that you are going to create. See this object? We are going to say that each box here is 0.75 by 0.75, 3/4 of an inch square. To create this, I'm going to create the top viewpoint first. And let's take a look at Inventor. And I'm going to do that right now. Now make sure you get everything straight. And that looks about right. Still, it's not dimensioned correctly. The 0.75, 0.75, all that stuff. So I'm going to use the dimension tool and click on various parts of here and measure it out to the correct length. I have to zoom out, pan over, using that scrolly mouse button. There we go. And I click on that side, I click on this side. That's good, we're perfect there. Let me just make sure this side is good. That's good, we're perfect there. And this side, oops, let's click on that dimension again. 0.75. Now that looks too small right there. So I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to go over and click on this. Measure in between those two lines. 0.75. Now that might take you for a little bit. Just take your time and make sure you do it correctly. And if you need to hit the undo button, that's good. If you need to right click a dimension, you can cancel. Right click it again. There's a delete button. You can delete if you need to. But I don't want to delete, so I'm going to undo. Now at this point, finish sketch. You can zoom out. I'm going to extrude. I'm going to change the measurement. 0.75. And there we go. I've got my object right there. It looks very similar, if not exactly like this. Just how we need to change it around, and we can look at it from different viewpoints using this cube, or I can hold down Shift and hold down that rolling mouse button, and there it is. You can do this, it's cool. Okay, next object. Now, before I do anything with this, I want to go up to File, save it, save as, rename it, not Part 7, Part 1, rename it something that you know, and save it to your documents. Do not just save this wherever and then expect me to know where you saved something, because I'm not you and I don't know where you saved something. So make sure that you know where you're saving your items. That's very important. Alright, so I'm not going to save this because I've already got it created. If you do a new part file, so the next object I'm going to have you create is this one. Now I want you to go into a new part file to create that. So I have to create a new one, not in the same one. We'll do this here. Now I'm going to do this not the easiest way, but a way to show you. This is really important. Sketch 1. We're on Sketch 1. You'll see this with a Sketch 2 and Sketch 3 later on in this video, and that's important. So I'm going to draw part of that. Oh, bell's ringing. Part of this object here. And so now I have got to dimension all this. So I showed you guys how to dimension in that last little section, little video for you. I'm not really going to talk through it with you right now. You can kind of see what I'm doing as I'm clicking on various things, but just make sure that we are putting in all the right measurements, because that's going to be important for us in the future. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and extrude this, the correct measurements. Now, that object does not look like that object, but it looks like this part, this little T. We have to add something right here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use this view cube right here to kind of turn things around for me. And I want to draw something on this side and kind of get a 3D view of it where it's what we're talking about. We're talking about right there. So I'm going to just zoom in on there. Right click, new sketch. You notice how there's a second sketch right here now. Use that rectangle tool and I should be able to line up with where my 0.75 is. Finish that. And I'm going to look at it so it's 3D. There, it's already set to 0.75. There we go. So I have extrusion 1 and extrusion 2. If I scroll over these, you can see the difference. But that's not done. We're not done. We've got to add this little top part. So I'm going to right click on this top, new sketch, move it over, add a box, a square right there, finish that sketch, extrude that sketch, 0.75 again, and there we go. That right there looks like that. Oh man, beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay, next one that we have to do. Now remember, go up to File, Save to your documents. That's always important. Next one we're going to do, there's an easy way and a hard way to do this. I'm going to do it the easy way, but it's not necessarily the wrong way. So, alright, so it looks kind of like number 1. Let's draw that shape. Yep, you need to start a new sketch. Double click. Start 2D sketch, XY plane. And let's draw this little number 1. Right here. I might need to really change the measurements for this one. And I made that all angly wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to this constraint right here. That's a horizontal constraint. So if I click one that's horizontal, it'll make it, well, if I click this angle, there we go. So let's see. Does not look like that. So actually, I added kind of a wrong area right here. I don't need this part. So I'm going to just right click those, delete, right click, delete, right click, delete. I'm going to do this one too. Right click, delete. There we go. That's what we need. So again, if you need to right click, you can delete things. You may have to press cancel first, but now I can delete anything I want to delete. Dimensioning. I'm going to pause the video for a second and dimension it all. So you don't have to wait around for me to dimension every single piece of this object. Oh boy, that was a lot of dimensioning right there, but we got it done. So you may have to, work on your dimensions. If you need to delete one, again, right click, delete, and that will delete your dimensions, and you can start over and try it again. Sometimes it is easier to start all over with something instead of trying to edit it. But we're going to finish the sketch, and I'm going to extrude, and click OK, and that's my number 1. That's good. That worked. That side might look wrong. If I need to try to change something there, because that does look a little bit off right there. I don't know if I made those two the same, this side versus that side. I can go over to this extrusion 1. I can right click it. I can go to edit sketch, and I'm going to make sure that this is the correct measurement. See, it's not. I could see that. There we go. Change it, edit it, go back. We're done. Perfect. Now, there's a harder way to do this, and I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. What I'm not going to show you how to do is this. This one, letter D, you must do on your own. Have fun with that one. It's not too hard, but I'm going to show you a way to do letter C. Different, a little bit harder, but it's still correct. So I'm going to try to speed through this and show you what I mean. So starting a new file, new part file, 2D sketch, XY plane. I'm going to make a rectangle. That is going to be 0.75 by, that should be 2.25. Finish that. Extrude. 0.75. Alright, now, got that little guy. Just press escape. There we go. New sketch. I'm going to create. Let's see where we got this. Right in the middle. Oops. Undo that. Control Z is also a great way to undo things. Alright, so I'm going to make this. It needs to be 0.75. Alright, there we go. That's good. That works out. Another 0.75. That's good. Finish that. And let's see how high this goes up. 2 boxes. So that'd be 1.5 inches. I need to select my object. There it is. And if I rotate this around, I can right click and create a new sketch on this side. That looks like I did a little bit above there. Not correct. A little bit below. Not correct. Take your time. I'm trying to do this really fast. Finish that. Extrude. 0.75. And now I've got my object. So, whether you did it, both of these objects are the same. This one I just did in 1 extrusion. This one took 3 extrusions, but they are the same object. Now, have fun working with Inventor. I really think this program is really cool. And we can even 3D print objects that we use in here. So, have fun, and let's try to complete letter D without a video tutorial to do it. I'd say it's going to take 2 extrusions to do. So, go at it.